Hello, my friends. This is Dwight from Forest Glory 700 coming back at you with another video. And this video is going to be very brief, but I am appealing to all parents out there that when you're wrong, you're wrong. And as parents, we need to especially take accountability and responsibility for ourselves when we conduct ourselves in less than ideal parental figures with our children, and we go off on the deep end or go off on the top and, maybe say things and do things we ought not to say and do. So I'm appealing to all parents that when we're wrong and we're human, that we acknowledge our faults and our failures before our children. We let them know, look, I went off on the deep end. I may have said or done some things that I shouldn't have. That's completely on me. That's not on you. And I take full responsibility for my conduct. So it's always best to apologize to your kids when you're wrong or when you've overreacted to a situation, or you just haven't conducted yourself in a way that is edifying for your children. I mean, I screw up all the time as a parent. I hate to admit it, but it's really true. I screw up 9 times out of 10, and I tend to overreact to situations, and unfortunately, my daughter gets the brunt of it. But when you're wrong, and when you kind of simmer down, as they say, and you reflected on your actions, as I think as parents we ought to do it all the times. We should always be critiquing our conduct and our behavior with our children, and whether or not we conducted ourselves in a way that benefits them. And I've repeatedly apologized to my daughter, probably to the point where she's probably anticipating the apology to come her way. And that kind of goes to show that as a parent, there's so much for me to learn and so far for me to go. But as parents, we have to, especially when we're trying to discipline our kids, and sometimes it comes out the wrong way, or we have expectations of them and they're falling short of those expectations, to work on being more patient and more resilient. I am not one of those people. I ain't going to pretend that I am. But I recognize that it is of such great importance to be a person of patience and be very loving and gentle with your children. Got to work on that big time. I'm a male. My daughter's female. She'll cry at a drop of a dime, and that kind of stuff, I have to admit, really drives me bonkers. I just can't understand crying over things that, as far as I'm concerned, are not worthy for tears to flow. So I sometimes get upset with her because she tends to cry over things that I just really doesn't make any sense to me. My wife tries to appeal to me in terms of being more sensitive and understanding, and that's something I definitely have to work on with. And sometimes I'll overreact when I see her crying over things that I just don't understand. Why are you crying over this? So, I recognize that I have a lot of work to do on myself. I recognize that I'm a human being and that I have so many faults. And I think children, they know that parents, they love us as parents, and they look up to us for guidance and instruction and direction in life. But I think one of the things where we can show some real maturity for our kids is being able to say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I overreacted. I said some things that I ought not to have said. And I know that what I may have said or done may have caused you some harm or some hurt or some discomfort or pain, and I apologize for that. And like I said, I've said that stuff repeatedly because sometimes I just go off on the deep end like a complete jackass. I hate to say it like that, but that's often how I sometimes tend to, I'd say, react to my daughter versus responding. Because responding, you take some time to think about what you're about to say or possibly what you're going to do, versus a reaction is like when someone steps on your toe. It's just automatic. You're not thinking about it. And so anyways, it's one of those things where I kind of thought, I need to appeal to other parents like myself to say, hey, you're not the only ones out there that are having difficulties as a parent raising your children. But I'm encouraging you as well as myself to dig deeper, to become the best parental figures that we can be for our children. And especially when we're wrong, we have to be willing to apologize to them within a reasonable period of time from when the event occurred. Anyways, this is Dwight from Forest Glory 700. hopefully this has appealed to some parents out there that realize that, hey, I struggle in this area too, and I need to take accountability for myself. Anyways, that's the alarm for the microwave. I have to get back to work and get my daughter's lunch ready for the following day. Anyways, this is Dwight from Forest Glory. You have an awesome day. Take care. Goodbye.